So now I've finished going to the store and I bought I've never made hummus before, but I found these. They're not actually chickpeas, but they are actually beans. And then I have extra virgin olive oil, the garlic powder. I also have some black pepper, and I also have lemons and cilantro. So here we are. And let me see how I can make that. I also got I have an old pan here, so I have a pan. I'm gonna drain the beans. So I think it's best, I've never made it before, so hopefully, I think draining the beans might be better so it's not so watery. So I'm just gonna put this in here, in the pan. And then I'm definitely gonna, I could just keep it like a bean dip, or maybe I was gonna actually mix it up in a kind of like a blender type thing, but I think I might actually keep it like this and just make it my own bean dip. So I want to put the lemon last. So I'm going to put this on probably a 3, so a low heat. Let me see if you can see it. So I'll keep this here, just the camera here. And then here's the olive oil. And I love olive oil. It's really healthy for you, so I'm going to put kind of a lot. I'm going to put some garlic, so dogs can't eat this. And I'm a real garlic person, so we'll put garlic. And I like probably it's going to be 20 minutes. I'll just put a little bit of pepper. I don't know what it's going to taste like. And then I'm going to get a spoon. Actually, I'm going to get a knife and then mix this all together. So I'm going to let this simmer here for about 20 minutes to make sure it's all cooked. And I think it's going to be pretty good. So I'm probably going to chop these up later on so it'll turn more into a dip. And then I'll mash it up. So let that hang out for about 20 minutes. Let me rinse this knife and then I'm going to cut up some lemons. So here is the pita bread. It's the traditional pocket pita bread. I'm gonna have to heat that up into the stove. And I'm gonna cut some knives, or cut some lemons actually. Cilantro. I love cilantro. Some people hate it. I'm eating really healthy. I'm doing a detox diet. I love cilantro, so I definitely want beans with my cilantro. I know a lot of people don't like it. I just want to show you that I'm putting it back in the fridge to keep it cold. I'm also going to cook up some chili. So these are some cubano peppers. I'm probably going to eat, I know a lot of people can't eat chili like I do, but I'm probably going to eat 2 of them. So I'll probably eat, or maybe I should, yeah, I'm going to do 2, one big one and then a small one. So I'm going to put it on 350 degrees and put these on a pan. So I have a really cold pan here, but these chilies are really good for your skin and they have lots of antioxidants that are really, really healthy for you. So I'm gonna put these guys in here, and it's probably gonna take like 20 20-30 minute kind of thing. And this is all really healthy. All of this stuff is really natural. So here's my lemon. Take off the sticker. And I had to do this all real quick before the ice cream started to melt. We're gonna do ice cream for dessert. I used to work at an ice cream store, and we used to mix all kinds of different stuff in it. So I'm gonna put Butterfinger mixed with probably a coffee ice cream, and I also got a lemon sherbet ice cream. So this is my lemons, and I like my lemons, you know, to keep the vitamins, I'm gonna put this in very last to keep all of the vitamins, because if you cook the lemon in now, it'll just kill everything off, and basically you're just eating, it wouldn't really be anything, it would just be tiny traces of vitamins. So I'm putting this back in the fridge, I'm putting these lemons back in the fridge, and I'm probably just gonna use one lemon and use these for later. So this is a remnant of the smoothie I made earlier. It's blueberries and grapes with a tiny bit of sugar, and then I drink all that up. And this is for doing the detox diet. So I'm gonna rinse that out later. And I love bean dip. I really love bean dip. It's not for everybody, but you know, this is kind of my version of the Mediterranean hummus bean dip. And I guess I could start smashing it with a knife. I'm gonna probably not put it in the blender because I just have a really tiny little blender. So I'll just mash it up by hand. Cook these up, and things from a can, you want to cook it at least 20-30 minutes. You want to make sure there's nothing in there that could be unsafe for you to eat. Everything has to be cooked up. And I didn't buy any meat. I just ran in the store really quick. Really quick, because I didn't want the ice cream to melt. Otherwise I would have hung out a little bit longer, but I only spent I think it was only like $10, so it wasn't too bad. And then I spent $25 at the dollar store. This is where I got these Goya beans. So I think these were $1.25. So if you're on a budget, you're saving money, paying off stuff, it's definitely good to just try to buy everything discounted. So I wanted to film in the store, but then I was like, okay, I don't have my mask. So I was like, I'll just wait till I, get home. And I'm, in positive, good spirits. I'm just thinking of everything really happy, not trying to worry, de-stress. Just, I bought some green tea. So here's some green tea. It's one of the healthiest drinks in the world. So I'm just drinking coffee and tea, and then water for now, and then I'm doing my juicing drinks for the detox diet to try to drop some extra body fat. So that was $1.25 at the store. And this, so we're gonna simmer this up. But yeah, I had a really good time. It was really quick, real easy, ran in and out. And I've never made bean dip before, but I love bean dip. I also got some tomatoes, so I might put a little bit of tomatoes on the top, just for extra health. And kind of depending. So, the extra virgin olive oil is really good for your skin. A lot of people are afraid of fat, but this is actually a good fat. It's really healthy for you. It actually prevents wrinkles. So any other oils, a lot of people don't really know this stuff, but the other oils, canola oil, sunflower oil, Crisco oil, all of those are not good for your body. It's an omega-6. It causes inflammation and it causes wrinkles. But that's why you have to cook with the extra virgin olive oil. But the only thing is, like, if you want to fry food, so I do eat fried foods. when you want to fry foods, definitely use the Crisco oil because it's not going to taste right. It's definitely not going to taste right. So this is kind of turning into kind of a version of like a hummus, but this is going to be more chunky. And I think it's going to be really good. So I think I'm actually going to, let me rinse this and I'm going to chop up a tomato. I only have 2 pans, but if I didn't, I'd actually be trying to work on another meal, which I'm going to do when one of these pans frees up, is a tomato sauce for some rigatoni that I'm making. So that's a beautiful tomato right there. That's a beautiful tomato. So this is simmering up nicely. Taking out the stem. And I think this would be really healthy. And the thing is too, when you eat really healthy, you just feel so much better. I'm gonna put this on a plate. You just feel so much better. And then other, you know, when you do want to eat other food that's not super healthy, it just tastes that much better. So now I'm just cutting up this tomato. I'm gonna cut this. I don't have a lot of space, but this will be my plate for. These are also dollar store plates. I moved all the way across the country. It's kind of hard because, you know, I had to leave a lot of my favorite things behind and give them to Goodwill. But it has always been a dream of mine to leave and live somewhere different. But, you know, you do have to. If you have too much possessions or too much things, you have to downsize and get rid of them. It's definitely hard because, you know, I used to have a whole kitchen set of everything, and now I just have dollar store stuff. And then once I finally buy a house, you know, I want to pay it off and however that long that'll take, and then I'll finally start working on my kitchen. But right now I'm being very frugal with everything. I love living in another place, and I'm gonna move again, but it all kind of depends on when or what's going on, what time. And this is about half a tomato. So this is all the nutrients I'm gonna put in my body. So it's about half a tomato. I don't know if I should do the other one. I'll probably wait and not do this one yet because I don't know how full I'm gonna be. So I'll put this back in the fridge, and I might cut this one up later, but I don't want to cut too much. But you gotta eat this stuff right away. It'll just start rotting the other day. So I'm gonna put this back in the fridge because I want it to keep cold, and I'll use that with my pita bread. So now this is starting to cook up, which is kind of what you need. And then I'm probably going to add raw extra virgin olive oil at the end, just to keep it a little bit more healthy. So it has the cooked olive oil and then the raw. And you have to keep stirring it so it doesn't burn. I have it on a 3 on the stove, and then I might bring it down. Or I can try it out with a chip. I also put chips. So I'll bring it down to a 2. I'm gonna put one of these pita breads. And I always put this stuff in the refrigerator because it'll last longer. So I'm gonna put one of these breads in here with my chili that's cooking. And I like my bread a little bit more well done. I'm gonna try this out with a chip. But here, you know, I'm not, this is from a dollar store again. It's only $1.25. It's probably not as good as the more expensive chips, but let me try it. It's not bad. It's definitely not bad. Just a little bit of the garlic. And it's definitely healthy. See, I love bean dip. I'm gonna bring it to a low because it's starting to stick. And you could just basically almost just eat it off of here. But that's definitely good. We got I really like the toasty chips. Oh, this is good. I haven't even put the lemon in or cilantro in it yet. I haven't put the chili in it yet either. So let's cook this out. I probably could put more garlic, but I don't want it to be too garlicky. But garlic is so good for you. So I'm going to put actually more oil, olive oil, because it's healthy. And I want it to be real oily, kind of like a real hummus. So I'm going to cook this out a little bit. Keep it in the middle to try to keep it more Mediterranean. And hopefully, I don't want to mess up my scarf. I'm just trying to look good for the camera. Ooh, it's hot. So our chilies are taking a while. So they look like that right now. I just flipped those bad boys over. And I'm really excited about this meal. I think it's gonna be real good. So I'm gonna do the lemons, and I probably should put this in another tiny bowl, but try to keep the lemon fresh. So I'm probably gonna put this in here, and I'll probably cook it a little bit longer. But homemade bean dip. Beans are actually really good food too. They have a lot of protein. It's getting nice and toasty. So some people, I mean, it's strange how you can't eat raw virgin, extra virgin olive oil. I think that should be it. Put this in here in this little container. And then if I need to, I can always transfer it back to the pan to heat it up. I don't have a microwave, so it's definitely different. So it always helps to rinse everything off, to keep everything clean. the lemon in there because it's supposed to be healthy. Some people might not like this much lemon, but it's all supposed to be about detox and health. And then there's one little seed here. So I'm gonna let it cool down a little bit. Let me try a piece of this bread. So this is what it looks like after I heated it up a little bit. Probably should cut it into a square to make it more Mediterranean. So more Mediterranean would be to cut it into triangles. And this is definitely fun to eat. I didn't even go to a Mediterranean restaurant. I made my own little Mediterranean restaurant here for hardly anything. So now I cut the little pieces here. You could even, I could even put the lemon on there. Lemon is really good for detoxing. It's also good for inflammation. I've been having some knee problems. My knee has been just, an old injury from a trampoline. So lemon is really good for that. So then you can dip it into, and I put a lot of extra virgin olive oil because I love it. Oh, when it tastes so good. I'll put a little bit of tomatoes on top. And then when I'm ready, it is getting hot because of the stove, I'm gonna eat my chili with some of this pita bread. I definitely put a lot of oil. So here's the picture, and then here is the bean dip. And it's really, really good. I probably should use a spoon. This is so good. I'm so happy with it. So I hope you try this recipe, and I will see you in the next video.